Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. I'm Jared Paul, and today I'm getting to do one of my favorite things to do annually, and that's prune up my Rose of Sharon trees. It's like the northern version of a hibiscus, nice big beautiful flowers, and they attract a lot of hummingbirds, which is really pretty during the season. So I'm going to be pruning those up, and Laura and I got an order in of some new pots and some wire to tie down my new bonsai benches outside, and a couple of tools. So I'm going to show those off to you, and we're going to get these Rose of Sharon pruned up. It's not time to bring these bad boys outside yet, but as you see, trident maples, black locust, everything is just absolutely exploding. So I am really excited for this spring. So we're going to do a job, not on a bonsai today, but I'll show you the new bonsai-like pots that I got, and we'll get to pruning up those Rose of Sharon really nice. So that's what's coming up on today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. All right, y'all. So here we are in the plant room. And as you see, I have plants and trees exploding in here as well. Trident maples, zelkovas, some sweet birch, river birch, my coastal redwoods. Everything's just looking beautiful. So this is what we got in. These are Italian terracotta pots. So you see, boom, made in Italy. And the price is incredible. So $2.50 retail. If you flip that upside down, that's what it says. $2.50 retail for, that's US dollars. These bigger, larger ones are $13. They're kind of like a flower box style. And then these, actually, they're smaller than these, and they're $3. So nice and shallow. So kind of like bonsai style terracotta. These are a little bit deeper, but I like the wider, more shallow pot, almost like getting my bonsai prepped for bonsai life. So like a pre-bonsai. Come on, refocus. And here I've got a Fisker 2-pack. So this is this is a saw that I'm going to use to take down one of the volunteers that grew way too wild. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry about the focus here. There we go. It grew, the Rose of Sharon's volunteer grew way too wild, thickened up way too much, and it's aimed right at one of the windows, so it hits the window every time the wind blows. So I'm going to take that completely out with this saw, and then I'm going to use these hand pruners to take the top off of one of the trees, 1 out of 4. I'll show you why only 1 out of the 4 when we get outside. And then we got some of this wire, 15-pound test, 20 gauge. There's, I believe, 175 feet of that. And we're going to wire the plastic benching that I set up last time for my bonsai benches. We're going to wire it down the channel and to the deck so that when my mutts are playing outside, they can't knock them over. And when the wind is blowing really strong off of the pond out there, that it doesn't, big gust doesn't knock all my pots over. So let's get outside. All right, so I think probably mid next week it'll be time to move my winterized cold hardy trees up onto the bonsai benches and into the display area so I can enjoy them each for what they are. Lots of pines, thujas. This is an American Arborvitae, a 3-pack that I've let grow wildly for about 5 years. And you see it's in a wooden box that's split, and those 3 are going to go into one of those longer box planters that I got, the terracotta box planters. And I had grown it kind of like hedge style, all going up, like people use them for privacy here in full size. And I thought that would be fun if I ever ended up in like an apartment or something to separate me and the neighbor's balcony. But hey, 5 years later, I'm at the ranch and it's way better here. So I have tons of room. So for the first time, they'll get a pruning and they're going to get repot into that. So those are my American Arborvitae for that. And then I already had, it's a smaller window box. That's what I was thinking. Window flower box planter. There was a smaller terracotta one that I have all these Japanese black pines in. They'll be getting their first pruning this year. And I really liked how they grew up together. So I have, not sure that they all survived, but down here I've got a bunch of pines, red pines, I think a couple of Scots, and they're in just like small square nursery pots. So I'm thinking about taking those and putting them into the larger planter and setting up, you know, a red pine forest like I have the Japanese black pines. So that'll be the other longer box. And then, you know, if the tree deserves it and it's in a starter pot, not a terracotta or another, you know, attractive pot, then it'll get put into some of those round ones. So I'll be doing some nice repotting with that bonsai soil that you saw me do my less cold hardy trees in. I did some maples and things like that in them, and I was really pleased with it. So yeah, so today I have 1 and 2 of these rows of Sharon up front. And other than taking down the height on this guy to about there so that they kind of even up, I'm really not going to do that much. I took out a lot of the cross branching and all the menacing branches last year. So this one I'm going to give a light pruning this year. Laura likes them really big and full, and they do grow back well. But I pruned them hard the last couple of years. So this year, this one I'm probably not even going to touch unless I see a cross branch in there. Like I said, that one I'll just take the top. Got all my cardboard prepped for the other half of the tree farm. Franny's coming home on spring break, and we're going to get to work moving cardboard and mulch for the weed barrier. So coming across here, got my weeping cherry, my blueberries, 2 apple trees, Millie, Bruce Lee. And there's Carl in the background always. So here are these 4 rows of Sharon. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they alternate purple, pink, purple, pink. So as you see, these 3, they've evened up based on the prunings I've done the past few years, 2 years. And this one is ginormous. Now, if you see right here, that trunk right there, that is a separate tree entirely. And it literally just grows backwards away from us and into that window. So it boom, boom, boom hits when it gets really windy. And Laura's requested that I keep them high enough that she could see the hummingbirds in all the trees this year, you know, from anywhere on the main floor. So I'm going to leave these 3 and just prune this one. So I only have 2 to prune up today, removing a large trunk there with the saw, pruning some of the tops, and then that other one in the front. Same thing. What do you think, Bruce? Anytime I'm doing anything new outside, it makes him nervous. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so here we go. This little tool is pretty cool. It's got a little clip. You just put that on your belt buckle or something, carry it around with you. Raise it up, tighten it down, boom, boom. So I'm going to do it stepping on this cardboard because this is also the dog's yard and you never know. Alright. I know it's a big cut, but it was necessary. Babe, it had to happen. It was just growing into the window. All I was doing. All right, Laura's upset. So now I'm just going to take this one down by about a foot. We'll be good to go. Then I'll have a uniform, 4 trees, same size. All the hummingbirds could be enjoying life. I'm going to catch hell for that one. Gosh, these pruners are amazing. All right, we're close. Last little bit here. Boom. All right, so the Rose of Sharon all set up for this spring. Good stuff. Laura will be happy. She doesn't realize that she is yet, but she will be. So I have some apple trees and my Fraser fir still to prune for the outdoor trees. But other than that, we're doing well for setting up for spring. I've got my winterized trees, the cold hardy ones, coming out of winterization soon. So yeah, so that's going to do it for today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai, y'all. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm Jared Paul. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do so. There's much more to come here at the ranch. Cheers.